Reclaim your focus, the Stoic Antidote to distraction. Right now, as you read this, your attention is being harvested and sold. Every ping, every feed, every autoplay was engineered by teams smarter and better funded than you, and their single goal is to keep you looking. The Stoics did not have smartphones, but they understood the stakes perfectly. To scatter your mind across everything is to lose your one life, 1 minute at a time. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you did just one thing, fully, with your whole self present? You are not weak. You are outnumbered. Your focus is under siege by an economy that profits when you cannot hold a thought for more than a few seconds. And the tragedy is not just lost productivity. It is lost living. The hours dissolve. The years blur. You reach the end of a day and cannot say where your mind has been. You meant to read that book, finish that project, sit with that person, and instead the day slipped through 1,000 tiny leaks you never noticed. The Stoics called attention the ruling faculty, the part of you that governs everything else. Guard it poorly, and you do not simply lose time. You lose yourself. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire while surrounded by endless demands, gave himself a simple instruction. Do one thing, the thing in front of you, and do it as if it were the last thing you would ever do. Not frantically. Fully. Seneca warned that a mind pulled in every direction is rooted in nothing, always beginning, never arriving, forever busy yet strangely empty. And Epictetus taught that the one thing truly yours is your own judgment, your own attention. Everything else can be taken. Your focus, if you decide to defend it, cannot. This is the Stoic frame. Attention is not a resource. It is the self. So how do you take it back? Not with willpower alone, and not by deleting every app in a burst of guilt that fades by nightfall. You take it back the way the Stoics did everything, through practice. Small, repeated acts that slowly rebuild a capacity the modern world has eroded. Here are 7 practices, drawn from the Stoics but built for your world of notifications and open tabs. The first practice. Do one thing like a Stoic. Multitasking feels like power, but it is a lie your brain tells you. What actually happens is switching, rapid and costly, and each switch leaves a residue of the last task clinging to your mind. You answer an email while on a call while glancing at a headline, and you do all 3 badly. Marcus did not divide himself. He gave the task in front of him his complete presence. Try it. Choose the single thing before you, close everything else, and pour yourself into it entirely. When you write, only write. When you talk, only talk. Depth is not found by doing more at once. It is found by doing one thing so completely that nothing else exists for those minutes. This is not slower. It is the only way anything real gets made. The second practice. Decide what deserves your mind before the day starts. If you do not choose, the choosing is done for you, by algorithms designed to hijack your morning. The Stoics practiced a kind of premeditation, planning the day and rehearsing the person they intended to be. So before you touch your phone, name the 2 or 3 things that genuinely matter today. Write them down. Make them concrete. When you begin the day already knowing where your attention belongs, the endless pull of trivial pings loses its grip. You are no longer a leaf in the wind of other people's priorities. You have a direction, and everything competing for you must first answer to it. Reactivity is the default. Intention is the discipline that overrides it. The third practice. Treat the phone as a door you control. A door is not evil. But a door left permanently open lets everyone walk into your mind whenever they please. Right now your device is likely configured to interrupt you at any moment, a stranger's convenience placed above your concentration. Take that power back. Turn off notifications that do not truly require you. Move the tempting apps off your first screen. Leave the phone in another room during work that matters. Epictetus taught us to sort what is in our control from what is not, and this is exactly that. You cannot stop the world from sending signals. You can absolutely decide which ones reach you, and when. The phone should knock and wait. It should never have a key to the house of your attention. The fourth practice. Pause before you react to every ping. Between the notification and your response lies a small, sacred gap. In that gap is your freedom. The Stoics prized this space, the moment where impulse arrives but action waits for judgment. A buzz sounds, and your hand moves before your mind even decides. That is not choice. That is conditioning. So build the pause. When something pulls at you, breathe once and ask, does this deserve me right now? Most of the time the honest answer is no, it can wait, it is someone else's urgency wearing the mask of your emergency. The doom scroll begins with a single unexamined reach. Insert one deliberate moment of reflection, and the whole automatic chain breaks. You are not a machine that responds to stimulus. You are a mind that chooses. The fifth practice. Protect a daily block of deep, undistracted work. Fragmented attention produces fragmented results. You cannot think a difficult thought in 90-second bursts between interruptions. So carve out one protected block each day, an hour if you can, where nothing intrudes. No tabs waiting in the wings. No phone within reach. Just you and the single hard thing. The Stoics valued discipline not as punishment but as the path to freedom, the training that makes excellence possible. This block is your training ground. Guard it fiercely, because the world will always offer a reason to break it. In that undistracted hour you will accomplish what scattered days could not. And slowly you relearn a capacity most people have quietly lost, the ability to stay with one thing until it yields. The sixth practice. Prune your inputs, an information diet. You would not eat everything placed in front of you, so why consume every feed, every notification, every stream that reaches for your eyes? Seneca observed that a mind fed on too much, without discrimination, grows restless and thin. The problem today is not scarcity of information. It is drowning in it. So become selective. Unfollow what agitates without informing. Unsubscribe from the noise. Cut the feeds that leave you anxious and emptier than before. Choose a few sources of genuine substance and let the rest fall away. A pruned garden grows stronger, and so does a pruned mind. Less input, chosen with care, leaves room for actual thought. You do not need to know everything happening everywhere. You need to think clearly about the few things that are yours. The seventh practice. Return gently when the mind wanders. Your attention will drift. This is not failure. It is simply what minds do. The Stoics did not demand perfection. They practiced steady return, the patient work of coming back, again and again, without contempt for the self that strayed. When you notice you have wandered into the feed, or the tab, or the spiral of nothing, do not attack yourself. Self-punishment only scatters you further. Instead, notice, and calmly bring yourself back to the thing that matters. Marcus reminded himself constantly, gently, of his purpose. That is the model. Not a harsh master, but a patient teacher who begins again as many times as it takes. Focus is not a wall you build once. It is a muscle you return to, one kind correction at a time. So here is the truth the attention merchants do not want you to hear. Your focus was never really lost. It was taken, distraction by distraction, while you were not looking. But it can be reclaimed. Not by fighting the whole machine at once, but by these small, deliberate acts of sovereignty. Do one thing. Choose before the day chooses for you. Control the door. Honor the pause. Guard the deep hour. Prune the noise. Return without cruelty. The Stoics knew that the only empire you truly rule is the one behind your eyes. Defend it. Start with just one practice tomorrow, not all 7, and let it take root before you add the next. Because a life is nothing more than where you place your attention, moment by moment, until the moments run out. Place it well. Place it now.